everyone and welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix, round 6 of the ABB Formula E Championship. It's sunny here in the UK, so excuse the shades as well as we're trying to do this one as well. In fact, the sun right up there as well next to the commentary box as well. But this is round 6 of the season, and with it comes some brand new rules and regulations once again. The Formula E season as well has been absolutely chock-a-block. 4 different winners in the opening 6 races, Mitch Evans being the only one to be a repeat winner. It's round 6 of the ABB Formula E Championship. We've done Diriyah in Saudi Arabia, Mexico City, Rome in Italy. Now it's time for the first of the single headers as well. It's Monaco. Then 2 weeks' time, we're a double header again in Berlin before we go off to Jakarta for round 9 of the season. We've cancelled the race at the current time as well in Vancouver, which means we go over to round 10 and 11 in New York, to round 12 and 13 in London, and the season runs out round 14 and 15 on the 14th of August as well in Seoul in South Korea. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Jean-Eric Vergne leads on 60 points, Robin Freins is on 58, Stoffel van Dorn on 56, Mitch Evans is on 51, Eduardo Mortara is on 49, 11 points separate the top 5. What a close championship this is. Further down, Lotterer, Verline, Nick de Vries, De Grassi, Dennis and Sam Bird rounds out the first page. On page 2, it's Antonio Fies da Costa on 20 points, Tenclair, Nick Cassidy, Turvey, Boemi, Roland and Gunther, along with Askew and Tinkton, the last one with points. Sims, Setecamo and Giovinazzi still yet to score. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes EQ lead the way, 94 points, Taco and Porsche on 85, DS Cheetah on 80, 2 points clear, Rocket Venturi Racing on 78, Jaguar have 73 and Vision 68, Avalanche Andretti are also on 28, Nissan on 8, Neo on 7, Mahindra 4, Dragon Penske, the only one with no points, they're on 0.
You're right, Sam. So you're 2 points away from Vernon. No, I'm joking. Yeah. So when we spoke in Rome, you spoke about how the I-Pace is better suited to those bumpy circuits that Formula E traditionally go to. So coming into a weekend like this, is it going to be a weekend more like that, or is it going to be more like Diriyah, or so, because it's a bit smoother?
I think this circuit is historically quite good for us. Historically good for me and Mitch's drivers as well, so I'm hoping that it's a strong weekend, but you know there's 11 fantastic teams. It's going to be extremely difficult, but you know I go into this weekend optimistic that we can get a good result.
Okay, thanks, Sam. Yeah, cheers. You're right, Andre. You're slowly becoming the king of qualifying. Obviously you haven't got that pole position yet this season, but you've been in every duel so far. You've been in the duels every single race this season. So what is it with this new qualifying format that's really appealing to you?
I think it's a better season in general. We're in a better flow, and we are just putting things better together. And the new qualifying format gives you the opportunity to get a bit more into a rhythm and then really put the perfect lap together. So yeah, it means that I have a good car for qualifying. But like you said, I haven't gone into the finals to get the ultimate pole position. But hopefully I can do that this weekend. But most importantly is to score points, you know.
And what do you think of the Gen 3 that was announced last night?
Yeah, very striking. The design is obviously something very new, very futuristic and different. So it's good for Formula E to have an identity for that, to represent the race of the future. But more importantly, the key factors are with the performance. So more power, much more efficient. It's the most efficient race car in the world right now. So I think it'll be very cool for drivers, more agility. So really a big step forward, bigger than from Gen 1 to Gen 2. So it's really good news.
All right, cheers, Andre. So the main thing I wanted to ask you about, because you've been in this since day dot, how has Formula E kind of developed from Gen 1 to Gen 3 and yeah?
A big step. When Gen 1 was built, the most important was to get the car running, was to get the car moving, and to prove the concept that the car could race. So it was a very basic car, very conservative on the design, conservative on the power, the motor and everything. We had gears and so on. Now Gen 3 is a huge step forward. The car can have up to 600 kilowatts, positive and negative power. So regen and four-wheel drive, it's lighter, it lasts the whole race. The car will be maybe 7-8 seconds faster than the Gen 1, so the progression is huge. And we are still being conservative. Gen 4 can go even another big step up with independent motors per wheel, torque vectoring, independent wheel steering by wire. So we're talking about really like the top notch of motorsport, and the way it's evolving is super exciting to see. It's like looking your baby growing up, you know, the baby starting to walk. Like with my son, he started to walk, then when he was like 2 years old, starting to talk some sense, and now he comes here and wants to drive my car. So it's very interesting to see Formula E. It's gonna be this year in July, makes my 10th year in Formula E. So I got hired in Formula E 22nd of July 2012. So there are very few projects in a lifetime that you work for 10 years, right? So I feel very proud at what we achieved so far.
I'll make a note to bring a cake to London or something.
Are you going to throw a party then?
Yeah, we're going to throw a party in London for sure.
So with Gen 4, is that something that you are already getting involved?
It's my 90th race.
What, this weekend? This weekend? Oh, fantastic, yes. Yeah.
90th race.
Yeah.
And I remember when we got in Hong Kong, it was the 50th race, and we received like a plate who has been to the races, and now we're almost in the 100, so that's pretty impressive.
Is Gen 4 something that you're already getting involved with, or not just yet?
My views of Gen 4 were for Gen 3, to be honest. I think the jump, because of what we did in RoboRace. RoboRace, the car was made in 2015 and had independent motors on each wheel, had 1 megawatt of power. So Gen 3 was a step forward, but being a little bit conservative in some ways. I think Gen 4, I will try to be involved, because I think the probability I will drive the Gen 4 car is not that high. So I'll try to make sure that the evolution of the car continues to be on.
All right, cheers, Lucas.
Okay, let's get straight into the action. We've got about 45 minutes until the green light goes on for the 45-minute plus 1 lap race. So let's get straight to the action, take a look at what happened in free practice 1 and 2, as well as qualifying from all of the highlights. It's the 2022 Monaco ePrix, and we're under the full course yellow test that we usually have at this time as well. You'll hear the race director come over the radio and say full course yellow in 10, 9, 8 to give us a test. This fantastic circuit, a bit of resurfacing there down at Rascasse into Anthony Nogues, looks all good. And for the first time, we are using exactly the same layout as Formula 1. No change at all. This is the proper circuit, which means we get a direct comparison between Formula 1 and Formula E for the first ever time. So 15 minutes in, it's Lucas de Grassi on top from Jay Dennis and Oliver Askew as well. Sanchez at the camera and gone through the top 5. Everyone just getting straight in there, learning the track as well, using this first session as sort of a reference point. We'll mainly see the action in free practice 2 later, but is it nice seeing the full Formula 1 circuit for Formula E? Oh boy, yeah, the times are great. It's a 1:32.538, meaning they're around about 15 seconds a lap slower than Formula 1. So I've just looked at the lap with Antonio Costa. He's done a 1:32.033. He's gone the fastest, but he did actually miss the chicane down. Now Van Dorn's done the same thing, as you can see on your monitors. But it's a nice little run then. It's a nice run overall for this race so far. 6 minutes to go of FP1. It's been pretty uneventful. Everyone just sort of carrying on. And certainly the Formula E cars look smallest of the lot on this circuit, which means we're going to get some very interesting overtakings. Nice to see. And Dan Ticktum runs down at turn number 10, the chicane area at Nouvelle, and gets it back on just in time, but that was too close of a call. He came down out of the tunnel, braked, lost it, and just went straight on. Yellow flags are out on the circuit once again, but this is the full running order for the end of the first practice session, as everyone has taken the checkered flag. This is it then, as we come up for practice 2 next. It is Nick de Vries who is the fastest, Cassidy second, then Mortara third, Da Costa, Boemi, Lotterer. Then we go with Bird, Vern, Dennis, Evans, the top 10, Gunther, Van Dorn, De Grassi, Roland, Ticktum, Verline, Turvey, Askew, Sette Camera, Freins, Giovinazzi and Sims is the running order completely for free practice number 1. A quiet opening half hour. Let's hope FP2 in about an hour and a half really kicks us up. The green light is on at the end of the pit lane, and free practice 2 for the Monaco ePrix is underway, and it's the Team Mercedes first out there as well. Nick de Vries ahead of Stoffel Van Dorn, then comes Mitch Evans as well, the championship leader. So, half an hour to go. This is really where we're going to start seeing the practice times come in, and we're really going to see them go fast, fast, fast. The green light's on, and away we go. And Oliver Askew has stopped down at the swimming pool chicane area as well. He's been pushed behind the barrier. It did bring out the yellow flag, but that's our first sort of retirement from the practice, and that's bad news for Oliver Askew. Now, can he get it reset and going again? That's the question. We'll keep an eye on it, but right now he's stopped for the swimming pool. 20 minutes to go in this session. It's de Vries on top on a 1:38.52 from Mortara, Van Dorn the top 3. And we've got a red flag. Red flag has been deployed because I think there is a car stopped somewhere. It's Sims. Alexander Sims is being told that he has stopped on the circuit in the 3rd sector. And yeah, at the swimming pool chicane, Sims has stopped. Now this is Da Costa coming through. So where is Alex Sims with the first red flag of the weekend? Still can't find him at the moment.
Try and work out exactly what's happened, but this will be compromising for the teams. We think it's Sims somewhere out there. He is.
And Sims has stopped on the entry to La Rascasse. So they're going to have to push him uphill, and that is why the red flag has come out, because it's a dangerous position. All of the drivers now slowing down. And this is bad news for Alexander Sims as well. He was hoping for some good running 11th overall, and they're going to try and push him into the gap, but Alexander Sims wants to go into the pit lane. Let's take a look. So he was behind Boemi, and he just grounds to a halt. It's a proper mechanical failure for Alexander Sims. Did he hit the sausage curb? No, that's Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi touching the wall of the exit of the swimming pool with the rear right. And they're trying to get Sims behind the barrier, but I don't think it'll fit. 10 minutes to go. The red flag is out again. So incident involving car 29 Sims and 23 Boemi under investigation for causing a collision. So we didn't see the tail end of that. So maybe Boemi and Sims made contact, and that's why Sims stopped on the track. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. So the checker flag is out, the session is over, and free practice 2 ends with Antonio Felix da Costa as the fastest driver, 1:34.35, from Evans, Freins, Vern, Gunther, de Vries, Verline, Lotterer, Mortara, Dennis, the top 10, Van Dorn, De Grassi, Bird, Cassidy, Boemi, Ticktum, Turvey, Sims, Roland, Sette Camera, Askew and Giovinazzi completing the field. Not a very exciting first 2 practice sessions. Qualifying, however, will always deliver with the new format. That's up next. And the green light is on, and away we go then for qualifying Group A here at the Monaco ePrix. And who's going to head out there? 12 minutes of action. Heading out there will be Jean-Eric Verne, Stoffel Van Dorn, Eduardo Mortara, Pascal Verline, Lucas de Grassi, Sam Bird, Nick Cassidy, Sebastian Buemi, Maximilian Gunther, Dan Tinctum and Sergio Tete Camera. It's interesting to note as well at the current moment we've only had one red flag across the 2 practice sessions as well. Hasn't really been an exciting couple of sessions, but hopefully we're going to have a great one here in Monaco. So, reminder, Sam Bird, who's in this session, has a 3-place grid penalty for hitting Cassidy in Rome. I think it was down at that turn 9 one where they ran into each other on the last couple of laps. So, Bird has a 3-place grid penalty wherever he finishes. Lock up from Cassidy coming into the Nouvelle chicane. Looks like he's got it through okay, though. De Grassi 1:47.21. Gunther, Tinctum and Buemi top 4 at the moment. Remember, the top 4 go through to the dual system from each group. So, everyone's at lap time now. The top 4 at the moment, it's Verne, De Grassi, Cassidy and Verline, separated by about a 10th and a half. Gunther 5th, Mortara, Van Dorn, Sete Camera, Buemi, Bird and Tinctum down there in the order. This is bad news for Bird. With that 3-place grid penalty, he needs to at least start 5th in this qualifying group. And Sam Bird is under investigation for pit lane speed overspeeding. So, that's not great news as well. So he's already got a grid penalty, so that could be an even further grid penalty at the moment. Oh, and Verne on his fast lap walks up into Saint-Devon as well. That's never great news. They've all gone out together. As you can see, the driver tracker just about working. Who's right at the back behind Nick Cassidy? It's the 22. Cassidy's in the wall. Cassidy, I think, is in the wall. Look at the driver tracker. He's stopped at turn 1, and there's the yellow flag. Now, is this going to bring out a red flag? Everyone's gone through the danger zone, so they don't necessarily need to stop it. Cassidy, keep an eye on his driver tracker. It's green flag at the moment, but he is stuck at Saint-Devon. So Nick Cassidy is out of it, and that is disastrous news for the man in the championship as well. Yeah, he's gone straight on down at Saint-Devon. He's gone towards the chapel, actually. So that's even worse. So Cassidy will not set a lap time in this race. He will start last of the overall in this race. Track clear, Sector 1. Van Dorn, fastest now, Sector 1. But now, Verne, fastest Sector 2. 38.857 as well. The times keep changing as we go round the Nouvelle chicane. Down towards to back. On board with Van Dorn as well. Lifts through to back. Gets on the power nicely. Into the swimming pool chicane area now. Blasts it through. Hard on the brakes now. Into the chicane. Flicks it through. Yellow's back out at turn 1. That's because they've got cars going through. Here comes Verne though. Checkered flags out. Dan Tinctum crosses the line. Tinctum goes to second. Can't be Verne's time. Verne goes faster across the line now as well. He's 3/10 quicker. Next up, Van Dorn. Van Dorn goes fastest. 1:31.3. Then we go. Bird goes third. That's good news for him. De Grassi goes third fastest. Up to second goes Verline. And then already it's changing. Mortara is 7th. Buemi 11th. Cameron 9th. And Gunther goes into 6th position. Cassidy went at a time. So the top 4 going through to the duels is Van Dorn, Verline, Verne and De Grassi. Bird starts 9th at best with a 3-place grid penalty, further down to 11th at best. Gunther, Tinctum, followed then by Mortara, Cassidy, Sete Camera and Buemi. But Cassidy stopped down at Saint-Devon. And the green light is on for the Group B part of qualifying in this session. We will see Robin Frines, Mitch Evans, Andre Lotterer, Nick de Vries, Jake Dennis, Antonio Costa, Oliver Turvey, Oliver Rowland, Oliver Askew, Alexander Sims and Antonio Giovinazzi. They are the runners and riders for Group B. And already out there is the 28 of Askew and the 3 of Oliver Turvey. Okay, so here's the situation after the first runs. It's Robin Frines, Andre Lotterer, Jake Dennis, Antonio Costa, the top 4 going through. Evans, De Vries, Askew, Rowland, Sims, Turvey and Giovinazzi all have to run again. We've got a yellow flag at turn number 1. Somebody's gone straight on down at Saint-Devant. It's the 27 and it's Jake Dennis who's running third at the moment. That could be his weekend done. If Dennis is indeed out of it, we'll have to keep an eye on. The checkered flag is out. The green flag's out. Dennis is going again, but his lap time is absolutely gone. Now we take a look to the front. Robin Friends looking quick. He's first at the moment on a 1:31.405. He's flying through the swimming pool chicane. He's down a little bit. Evans, fastest sector 1, 27.039. No one fastest at the moment in the second sector. 6 seconds. Jake Dennis lost that first sector. He's out of it completely. He's touring in. Here we go then to the line. Crossing now, taking the checker flag. Turvey goes into 10th position at the moment as well. Sims goes 8. Across the line comes to Costa. He goes second. That pushes Dennis in trouble. Friends goes top. Doesn't improve. He's a 10th down at the moment. Cross the line now because everyone else. De Vries across it. Askew goes third. Dennis is out of it. Evans crosses the line. De Vries goes top. It's Evans who goes top, so Askew's out of it. Wymer's to Lotterer. Lotterer goes not across the line. Lotterer goes third. Roland's out of it. He did go fourth, but it's Friends is a fourth. So it's Evans, De Vries, Lotterer, Friends, and Friends going through. Roland, Da Costa, Askew, Dennis, Sims, and Giovinazzi and Turvey are out of it. Wow, what a surprise that was, actually. Evans, De Vries, Lotterer and Friends, the 4 drivers going through. It seemed at that point it was just put luck who was going to get through. But Dennis, again, making that error. He's just coming around the swimming pool now. So it's quarterfinal number 1, dual A's between Stoffel van Dorn and Robin Friends. Here is the situation at the moment. Friends, first sector, 26.426. Second sector, 38.665. Van Dorn is looking good as well, but Friends' time, a 1:34.51. What about Stoffel van Dorn then? He's out of Anthony Noakes towards the line. 26.5 first sector, 38.2 in the second sector. Van Dorn surely going to go fastest here and does so on a 1:32.93 as well. A gap of 0.158, so a 10.5 separating the two. But it is Van Dorn who qualifies through to the semi-finals. Quarterfinal duel 2 then, and it is between the two Tag Heuer Porsches, Andre Lotterer and Pascal Verlaine. Lotterer's first sector is 26.547. Sector 2, a 38.305 as well. He's into the last corner, he's across the line. Lotterer on a 1:33.66, but now look at this. Verlaine's inside the time as well, and Verlaine goes faster. He managed to get 0.2 of a second across the line. It's Verlaine who goes through a 1:30.098, fastest in sectors 2 and 3, 2.5 of a second faster than Lotterer. And De Vries has made a mistake down at Portier. He slid the car too wide. He's lost 0.3 of a second already. So it doesn't matter about the sector times. This one's going to go to Vern unless he puts it in the wall. Out of the last corner then, Vern. 26.6 first sector, 38.2 in the second sector. Across the line, Vern does a 1:34.21. And now we just wait for De Vries because he's so far down. He's 0.6 at the moment on the board down. This is horrible for the reigning champion. The championship leader then, Jean-Eric Vern, goes through to the semi-finals as De Vries does a 1:30.938. So, Degrassi's first sector versus Mitch Evans for the final quarter-final duel. Degrassi is 26.6 first sector, 38.3 in the second across the line. Degrassi's a 1:33.38. That's a good time. We'll get to see if it's okay. Mitch Evans in the Jaguar, the winner from Rome, the double winner in Rome, was a 26.5 fastest of all in the first sector, 38.2. Second sector, 25.2. Third sector, Evans goes top with a 1:30.053 and goes through to the semi-finals. So here we go then, the semi-final Group 1, Stoffel van Dorn versus Pascal Verlaine. Van Dorn, 26.5 in the first sector. Second sector, 38.2. Let's see what it is across the line. It's a 1:32.43 for Stoffel van Dorn. But Van Dorn is catching him. He looks like he's a 10th faster at the moment. Van Dorn, for Verlaine, it goes top. 1:30.065. A great first sector, 26.4. Second sector, 38.2. Third sector, 25.3. It is Pascal Verlaine who goes through to the next part of the... He goes to the final. So, it's the final, semi-final before we go through to the final. If that wasn't confusing enough for you, it's Vern for DS Cheetah versus Evans for Jaguar. And right now, Evans is a 10th up. Vern's coming towards the line now. 26.5, first sector. 38.2, second sector. Overall for Vern, it's a 1:30.118. Evans is quicker. 26.4, first sector. 38.1, second sector. Evans coming to the line now. Is it going through to the final? He does! He does it! 1:30.001. Fastest lap of the weekend so far. Evans goes through to the final against Verlaine in a brilliant lap time. Here we go then. This is it. The final between Pascal Verlaine for Tag Heuer Porsche and Jaguar TCS Racing Mitch Evans. Verlaine starts his lap up towards Sandoval. Nice on the entry. Bit too wide of the exit though. Nearly into the Alco barrier. But he's quick up that first sector as well. We're going to see in a second as Evans has now started his lap time. Once he's through the first sector, we open up the side-by-side split as well. Evans, he is ahead by 0.048, so 0.04 of a second faster than Verlaine at the moment. First sector for Verlaine at 26.515. We're about to see what Evans' first sector is through the mini splits as well. Evans is still faster over the bump down towards Massenet we go, and Evans is faster 26.396. So at the moment it's Evans with the advantage by 1/10 of a second. Verlaine is coming through the tunnel now towards the Nouvelle Chicane. We're watching Evans at the moment. Pascal Verlaine, his second sector time. It's a 38.339. And at the moment, through the mini sectors, Evans is 2/10 clear than Verlaine. Verlaine's had a really mucky lap. Evans now into the Nouvelle Chicane. Down the brakes, we cut to the swimming pool chicane where Verlaine is fighting for control with the Porsche. So now, for Evans' second sector is a 38.233, so he's faster by 2/10. Evans locks up into Raskas. He flies through Anthony Noakes. He approaches the line. Verlaine's time is a 1:30.096. He takes the checkered flag. What about Evans? He's coming up now into Raskas, into Anthony Noakes. Is this going to be good enough for pole position? The man who won in Rome both races. Can he now take a commanding hold on the championship across the line? Evans is on pole position, a 1:29.83 is 9, the fastest lap of the weekend, and he's on pole position to Pascal Verlaine in second, who is 2/10 down. Brilliant from Evans. The roll from Rome continues. Luck be a lady in Monaco. It's magic with him tonight. Okay, so here's the starting grid then. It's Mitch Evans on pole position for the first time this year and the fourth time in his career. Alongside him on the front row is Pascal Verlaine. Jean-Eric Verne and Stoffel Van Dorn take row 2. Lucas de Grassi and Andre Lotterer row 3. Row 4, Robin Freins and Nick de Vries. The fifth row sees Oliver Rowland and Antonio Felix da Costa. Row 6, Max Gunther and Oliver Askew. Row 7, Sam Bird with a 3-place grid penalty. He's alongside Dan Tickton. Row 8, Jake Dennis and Eduardo Mortara. Row 9 sees Alex Sims and Nick Cassidy. And row 10, Antonio Giovinazzi and Sergio Sete Camera. And row 11 sees Oliver Turvey alongside Sebastian Boemi. Hello everybody, welcome to the duel in the Formula E crown, the Monaco ePrix as well. This race last year had us in absolute hysterics, some fantastic bravery, side-by-side racing as well, and we can't wait to see what is going to happen here today. Well, about 10 minutes until the green light goes on. Alongside me in the commentary box for this one is Edward Hunter. Ed, this is going to be fantastic. It seems that this series, Formula E, is the only one where we can have great racing at Monaco.
Well, I don't know. I think there's some good historic races, like with the old 1920s, 1930s, like Bentleys and stuff like that.
Oh, they're now a little ones.
But it certainly in terms of the modern era, yeah, it's certainly one of the more impressive ones, and it's sort of almost by coincidence, because I remember for years John Todd was the one who would always veto, as the FIA president, basically, he would veto the use of the full Monaco layout, and we had to use the sort of weird kind of abridged layout of Saint Devote that sort of just turned towards the chicane. I think they called it Slam Devote because it always led to this collisions and accidents. I'm glad those days are over because the full track just suits it really well, and it almost makes you wonder why we didn't do it earlier. Because especially like when the Gen 2 car was introduced in Season 5, that was really where we should have been started racing on the full layout, and we were still using the bridge one. It's only last year that we got to use it, the full layout. So I'm glad that things have changed, and Monaco's gone from being probably one of the worst tracks on the calendar to one of the best now.
And of course, this year is that even though we did use the full layout last season, Jean Todt's influence was still there. And they had changed the Nouvelle Chicane so that we couldn't get an ideal look between the speeds of Formula 1 and the speeds of Formula E. That's now gone.
It's good to say I'm not a John Todd fan, but I don't think we can blame every particular change. I think
last year
was the full one certainly, but I'm not sure the chicane was totally just his idea.
He was very for it, very against it. But anyway, we're back to the proper Nouvelle Chicane. So this Monaco ePrix circuit is the same as the Monaco Grand Prix circuit for Formula 1. So that is even fantastic. We finally got a proper benchmark to compare them all to as well. So we'll be up through Saint-Devote, up Beaurivage towards Massenet, Casino Square, down the hill towards the hairpin at turn 5, and of course the Fairmont hairpin at turn 6. Portier, then through the tunnel, Nouvelle Chicane, then we go to back, swimming pool section, and then of course into Rascasse and Anthony Nogues. Right, we're about to go on air, but first Pico is down trackside for us in the pit lane. He's been giving us all the interviews for Formula E Zone as well throughout the weekend. Let's go down and have a word with him.
Yeah, hi Josh, hi everyone, welcome to pit lane here in Monaco. I thought I'd give you a little bit of an extra look here instead of just at the podium like we had in Rome. The atmosphere is electric, to if you pardon the pun. Yes, it's extremely busy in pit lane because we've got all the VIP guests here. It's and they're just clearing off now because the race is going to be happening a little bit later on. Yeah, what a fantastic qualifying session. Mitch Evans is really on a run right now. Two wins in Rome, and now on to here, and it's a pole position. Can he convert it today? We'll have to find out. Pascal Wehrlein will be right on his heels, and my tip is DS Techeetah. They are the reigning race winners here. They won the last 2 ones with Da Costa and Verne. Let's see what's going to happen today. However, I can't be outside for long because I haven't got sun cream on. So I'll bid you adieu for now and enjoy the Monaco ePrix.
Thanks, Pico, down there. And as you were saying, it's the same prediction. I've gone with DS Techeetah. I picked Verne this morning as well. But as we were just saying in that little gap when Pico was talking, Evans is going to be hard to miss. Is that your pick a winner?
He was, yes, mainly because I waited for a change to pick a winner until after qualifying, and Evans so impressed me. I was sort of half thinking about maybe going for Wehrlein or Van Dorn, but Evans so impressed me that I thought, well, I'm not going to bet against him this time because I don't think I bet him for either win in Rome, and I regretted it. Because everyone after the Saturday race in Rome immediately predicted Evans to win on Sunday, I think. And
well, of course, Evans
I'm
did
so
really
glad
well
they changed the
last year,
chicane because remembering the Verne Evans thing last season, where basically Evans was judged to have forced Verne off track to try and defend position. He's not going to be able to do that this year because the chicane's different, and also they've changed the rules. So because the way he let Verne through was he went into attack mode, if you remember.
I do.
And that way he let the position go that way, but so the problem is because he went into attack mode, he got the advantage of having that extra power instantly, so it turned into a tactical advantage for him. So they've got rid of that loophole now. If you have been judged to have gained a position illegally, then you have to give it away on track, nowhere near the attack mode position, which of course is a Casino Square as it was last year.
Yeah, back up at the top of the hill then at turn 4 on the outside. That is where attack zone is as well. I suppose it's good to try and get up what the attack modes are. Of course, the teams don't find out until 5 minutes before the race. Neither do we up here in the commentary box. So when we find out, we tell you, basically. but there's the official starting grid alongside. So Evans has pole from Verline, Vern, top 3. That's going to be a lot to handle down towards turn 1. For attack mode, the document has just come through, I believe, which is bulletin number 3. And it was published at 13:57, which was 2 minutes ago. And it says that attack mode can be armed a maximum of 5 times, and you will have 240 seconds per activation, and you get 2 activations. So it's 2 attack modes.
Is that a maximum or a minimum, Josh?
Maximum 5. Oh, no. Yeah, maximum 5 armings. 240
but they
seconds.
have to use all 5.
Yeah.
At some
yes.
point in the race.
Yeah. And it's 2 activations of attack mode, so that's going to be interesting.
So basically, it's a mandatory 5 armings.
Yeah. And 2.
Because they're going to get penalised if they miss them.
Yeah, so we can have it deployed twice for 240 seconds. That's what the news that have come through from Scott Elkin, the race director. And from the FIA stewards, of course, Scott Elkin, who might be the race director in Formula One's Miami race next weekend, with both Eduardo Freitas and Niles Rittick getting COVID. We'll send our best wishes to them. It's time to cross over then for the Monaco ePrix. It's round 6 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship, coming to you from Monaco. On the full layout, we are about to do 45 minutes plus 1 lap of racing against the harbour front as well, where usually cash is king in Monaco. Today, electric power dominates. What is going to be the story? It was the great race last year with side-by-side moves in places that these Monaco fans have never seen before. Let's see if we can have some more this season. Here's the starting grid from back to front. Sebastian Buemi starts 22nd after poor qualifying. Oliver Turvey as well down in 21st. Sergio Santacamera is 20th. And Antonio Giovinazzi starts 19th. Nick Cassidy is 18th on the grid. He'll be alongside Alexander Sims and Eduardo Mortara, who's down in 16th. His championship hopes really starting to evaporate. Up into 15th then, Jake Dennis as well. Crashed down at Saint-Devant in qualifying as well on his best lap. He's out of it. Dan Tickton, who his Ferrari towed yesterday, he's in 14th. Sam Bird, bad qualifying up into 13th. 11th for the championship, of course. It's really slipping away. Askew is 12th, and Gunther rounds out from 22 to 11. The top 10, it's Antonio Felix da Costa starting in 10th for DS Cheetah. Oliver Rowland starts 9th on the grid for Mahindra. Then we get into Nick de Vries, who had a great duel, but unfortunately couldn't get through against the fighting power of Jean-Eric Verne. He starts on the grid, as I said, down in P8. Robin Friant is 7th, Andre Lotterer 6th, Lucas de Grassi 5th. Then we get into what happened in the semi-finals. Stoffel Van Dorn surprisingly losing out. He starts 4th on the grid. Jean-Eric Verne in 3rd. And the finale of the final of the big duels, as you just saw, it was Pascal Wehrlein versus Mitch Evans. Evans starts on pole position, the fastest lap of the whole weekend, a 1:29.839. And then it was Pascal Wehrlein who messed up on his last lap after touching the wall. He did a 1:30.096, 2.5 tenths down on that of Mitch Evans. I'm Joshua Burch. Alongside me in the commentary box is Adam Tanter. Down in the pit lane for us is Jack Pickering as well, or Pico as we like to call him as well. And he'll be giving us updates throughout the race. He'll be texting Ed as well and keeping an eye out as well on the Formula E zone. 45 minutes plus 1 lap. Edward Hunter, this is what we've been waiting for. Monaco back on the calendar in the full layout once again. It's just one of the greatest races we have of the season.
Trying to help with the grid there by getting out all the Lego cars that I had, but unfortunately I only have one for each team. So.
That works.
But yeah, Evans on pole again from Wehrlein, and certainly I don't think Evans is going to walk into the distance. He's going to have to really manage this one quite well, because I think Wehrlein and Van Dorn are really going to be strong at the start. Look at all those birds going across the track. Oh, they're gone now.
Of course.
Oh, here come the lights.
Yeah, so
we've
green
moved from
lights.
dummy grid, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving into it, yeah.
Here we go then. Mitch Evans on pole position. He'll be on the left-hand side of the screen if you're watching us. On the right-hand side will be Pascal Wehrlein. Wehrlein and Evans have both won races this year. Of course, Wehrlein won in Mexico, and Evans won the last 2 races we had in Rome. The music builds in the background of the tension. I can hear in my earphones as well. We're getting ready for the start procedure. It'll be quite a quick launch, so hold on tight. The green lights will be extinguished. Then you look for the Magic 5 in Monaco. Who is going to be lucky today? All 5 lights are on. Lights out in Monaco. It's a great start from Mitch Evans. Diaz Chachita gets a good launch, but in the second phase of the start, it's Verlaine who shuts the door. Evans locks up. Into Saint-Avold we go. Up the hill, and already that was Frines cutting the inside. Up Beau Rivage towards Massenet. Casino Square we go. It's a good launch so far, and it's Evans who has the lead. Frines has stayed in 7th position, and now De Vries trying to go around the outside. Turvey got ahead, and he's down to 20th. Boemi up to 21st, and Dan Tinctum's had a bad start there, Ed, and they're still jostling for position by the time we head to Massenet.
Tinctum's side by side with Askew at the moment, so he has been all the way up up through Casino Square. So let's see how this one works out as they all shuffle through Mirabaran into the hairpin.
That's to
like
Gunther.
Wide almost. This is going to be like last year. Oh, is that Roland?
Roland got tagged by Gunther. Yeah.
Gunther, yes. And Nissan has said they're not updating that car anymore, so Gunther's going to have to really force his way through if he wants to gain positions here.
Da Costa's dropped to 13th, yeah, on that start. So that's why that's happened.
The two Andretti's have forced their way into the points here.
Into the Nouvelle chicane. Look at Verlaine jumping over the big sausage curb. And side by side over the further back as well. That was, I believe,
Da Costa,
yeah. So as Da Costa got ahead, he has up to P12. Gunther down to 13th at the moment. And already the Monaco TV directors, because this isn't produced by Aurora Media, this is produced by Monaco TV, the French television company, that it's already getting a bit hard to focus on the cars as they swing through the Rascasse for the first time into Anthony Nose. 1 lap complete. Evans leads the way. He's got 4/10 on Verlaine as well as they'll begin lap 2, and De Grassi is under pressure from best friend and old rival Andre Lotter, and Lotter looks like he's having to defend as well from De Vries up into turn 1.
Yeah, the Monaco TV direction, they're basically told they have one job, and that is to make the track look cool. The race is of secondary importance to them, it would seem.
Boy, does it happen.
Yeah, certainly a word on Tinctum, who's dropped down behind Mortara now. His Ferrari getting towed. Apparently he was eating at a sushi bar, and he saw that Hazel Salva posted a picture of it on Twitter somewhere, and then he went to retrieve the car as we hear on board with Frines.
Evans.
Oscar. Copy.
It's Evans.
Okay.
Dive bomb!
With Frines, but we were hearing, it's Dennis tries to get past, dive up the inside.
His own teammate, Roland. Yeah, his own teammate Roland. There's damage there as well to Jake Dennis's front wing as well. Probably caused at the start when he tries to dive bomb quite a lot of people. Dennis, of course, trying to close up. He's moved up 5 places. He's the best starter in this race. Bird has lost 4 places on the start. A terrible start for Sam Bird, who was already 11th in the standings as well. You heard Pico talking to him in the pre-show as well. He wants to have a better season, but it's not going his way at the moment. He's unlucky for so often. And, of course, he's one of the few drivers who's had previous racing experience in Monaco. How much he done with the GP2 category here?
Yeah, of course, now referred to as Formula 2, of course, or F2. But yeah, certainly Bird, not really. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to the end of the season and Bird, maybe he'll sneak a few podiums, but this might be his first winless season in Formula E. But he's certainly got the car to do it with Evans, as you see, continuing to hold off Verlaine at the front. So there's less and less excuses for Bird, aren't there, as we go on. But certainly, I think Vern did very well to keep Van Dorn behind at the start there.
Absolutely.
Because off the launch off the line, Van Dorn looked very strong.
So attack mode is now open. As a reminder, 240 seconds per activation twice. So we'll have that called down. Anyone going to go for it?
Bravo.
That's Mitch Evans on the radio. He's asking what's happening as well as he's leading this one.
Let's default to the up the hill section. No good radio on the straight. Verlaine's been told to save energy.
So Verlaine, so Mitch Evans.
Bravo. Hotel Bravo.
Evans being told that Verlaine's been told to save energy. Dive bomb there from one of the Rocket Venturis and Mortara. Yeah, trying to get ahead of Gunther.
Da Costa's got past Askew. He's almost into the points now.
Great stuff from Da
Da
Costa.
having a really, really good start, and it sort of shows how bad qualifying went for him.
It really did. As they come down to the Nouvelle chicane.
Mega job with those energies.
Mitch Evans is being told mega job with his energies. We're on board with Mortara. Looking to the inside of Gunther. Really late on the brakes into the Nouvelle chicane. Almost into the wall. Dive bombing each other. Gunther stays ahead. But Mortara, it's either guns out or he's going to be in the wall here in Monaco. I thought we were going to have some radio there.
Yeah, me too. So
yeah,
I
saw it quite, yeah.
But yeah, Mortara really risking it to try and get past Maxime Gunther and ended up losing a few places there, actually, because he had just got past Askew. Oh, no, it's Da Costa, sorry, he got past Askew. So actually, Mortara stays about where he was.
And
But yeah, certainly you could easily end up in the wall if you get that wrong there. So it's a good thing Askew didn't feed him into it.
So a lot of drivers locking up at Sandevot today as well, just under braking. They're trying to regen the energy, and he just sends them straight off. Here's a replay of the start then, Ed.
Yeah, here we go. So Verline sort of almost gets a decent run and then sort of tucks in behind Evans. And we
suggest ENO 0.
Go on, Ed.
Look either side of Vern for Van Dorn, because Van Dorn gets a very, very good launch. Tries to go around the outside of Vern, and then Vern just sort of holds his line, and Van Dorn is sort of hung out to dry around the outside. So that was good defensive driving for Vern. Here's Friends. He tries to get the inside of Lotterer and then cuts the inside at Sandevot. Cassidy is the first to go for attack mode. So he is dropped behind Giovinazzi now.
So 4 minutes per attack mode as Cassidy's gone blue on your timing screens as well at the moment. Then as up there through the tunnel they go down towards the Nouvelle Chicane, and it's status quo at the front. Evans, Verline, Vern, Van Dorn as well, and even De Grassi in 5th, Lotterer 6th, all in their starting places actually. So the top the top 6 have stayed exactly where they are as well. As this is the question now, is anyone going to sacrifice attack mode? Remember what we saw in Rome? Everyone was very late to take their attack modes because you lost too much time and couldn't actually get past with it. It was only after, 3 laps under the attack mode and the last dying seconds that on the run down towards the hairpin after the long straight, could you make the overtaking place? Monaco is different. It's so tight, twisty as well. The longest run you've got is out of Portier down towards the Nouvelle Chicane, and that's why we're seeing them at the moment so bunched up together, because none of them can spread out, none of them can go for attack mode and start splitting up the field. They're the top, I'm just looking here at the moment, the top 13 separated by 6 seconds, and Cassidy now gets ahead of Giovinazzi.
Yeah, there we go with his attack mode. That was kind of inevitable. So Cassidy will chase after Bird. Remember what happened last time?
Oh God,
those two came together in Rome. But yeah, so the big thing to look out for is where the gap's going to start forming. I have a feeling that behind sort of Friends and Roland, everyone's going to start bunching up as well. It's still really, really tight together. There's only really a little gap behind, I think, Askew to Gunther is starting to form. Just a bit as Cassidy starts to attack Bird now, as I predicted.
And yeah, and Sims as well, also down in 16th place, looked to the inside at Tictum and didn't really want to make the move. We are on board now with Mortara in the drop-down box as he's going to have another go at Gunther down into the Nouvelle Chicane. No one really wanted to make a move there. They are all so close together. This is what I mean about a feeling. I told you, Ed, before. I had a feeling there'll be something going on with a red flag because they're so close together. All it takes is one of them into the wall and all just pile into each other. This is pack racing on a street circuit. It's even more dangerous.
Yeah, it really feels like Evans is pacing himself and trying to make sure he's got enough energy, as we see very RTTV direction there. It feels almost like a highlights reel in the actual race at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Mitch Evans is trying to make sure that he's got just enough to keep ahead of Pascal Wehrlein. But what he really doesn't want to do is put himself in a sort of vulnerable position where he's got loads of energy, but he keeps losing positions because he's... he needs to make sure he's got just enough margin so that he's not in danger of losing track position. Yeah, it's definitely all to play for already here, because if Wehrlein could get the upper hand here and maybe go for an early attack mode and get the gap on Vern, or even just overtake Vern quickly, then Evans could find himself in a real vulnerable position. So Jaguar are going to be probably, you would expect them to be the first to pull the attack mode of the leaders, because Cassidy's already got his first one almost done now, and he's stuck behind Bird. So really feels like this early stage is not the stage to go for it, unless you've got a big gap. As here we go, Cassidy up the inside of Bird into the Lowe's hairpin.
Had to make the move. Did he make it stick though? Oh, he's got a problem. Bird's got a problem.
Bird behind Giovinazzi.
Yeah, Bird's got a problem. He's dropped down to 19th, as you say, Ed. So I think he must have got forced wide.
Energy Smega, keep it up. You can make this work.
So as usual, the TV direction here in Monaco missed the action as well. There was a move going on. Formula E cameras would have stayed with it as we ride driver's eye.
We might get a replay.
Hope so.
So there we go. But Cassidy had to make the move. Didn't really have a lot of time, but he's got into the 17th then. And Bird, yeah, something's really wrong with that car because Bohemi's passed him now as well. So I think we might see Sam Bird coming into the pits to retire, which is probably not what he had in mind when he talked to Jack Pickering.
Yeah, maybe Jack should stop talking to him as well, because he talked to him in Rome. He had a bad race. And then we talked to him here in Monaco. He had a bad race. But Bird did have
after the race, to be fair.
Oh, that's true, yeah. He had a 3-place grid penalty, Sam Bird, as well, for contact, as you say, with Cassidy last time out in Rome. And that's what's caused all this here today. And now they're together again. And it looks like they've made contact again. But we're just making assumptions because we haven't seen a replay because the TV director here is more focused on advertising
definitely
boards.
dived up the inside.
Yeah. And then Bird was looking to go slow into the wall.
It is working, mate. It is working. We have the pace and the energy. Keep it up.
Yeah.
I guess we won't see a replay because it didn't involve the leaders in any way. So,
I hate the French TV directors. I really do. It spoils a good race. And they're just also keeping on the front.
Look who's going for attack mode. It's Tictum. And we were talking about his towed car earlier. That he saw a picture of the car being towed away on the back of a tow truck. And was able to fetch it before it became impounded, basically. And he took pictures of it and says, for those concerned, it's all back safe and sound now. Don't worry about my car.
Hazel Southwell, fraud squad, all I'm saying. She was right out there when it was having dinner at Tabac, wasn't it? Or was it Raskas? Oh, I think it was Raskas, wasn't it?
I think it was Raskas, yes.
Yeah, thought so.
It was a very Michael Schumacher place to park, let's put it that way.
And in a Ferrari as well,
I think they literally named the parking spot after Schumi.
Did they? Oh, wow, there you go. The Schumacher parking spot.
Perhaps. Yeah.
That's an eager fan just walking. Of course, there's no barrier down there, the swimming pool chicane on the outside, so it's one of the best viewing spots of the season. It's not out of the tunnel either, actually. If you want to go down the Nouvelle chicane, that's a great place to see the cars
They
up
take
close.
so many photographs.
Yeah. Beautiful place. There's the cone, the ACM cone, of course, that David Coulthard put there in 2003 because he couldn't tell where the apex was. So complained and got that cone on the inside. Now we're seeing, though...
You make it sound like he brought the cone with him to Monaco from, like, his apartment.
He didn't bring the cone with him. No, I think he asked for it, didn't he? And I think he had a reason about where it was going to be put. So I think he actually was out there. I'll have to look at that up. But it was down in 2003. And, of course, who won that race? Oh, yeah, David Coulthard. And he put it all on the cone, if I remember correctly. Look how close Verline is now to Evans.
Coulthard won 2002. 2003, I think Montoya won. Oh, and here comes Da Costa.
Yeah, and Gunther. Gunther's taking it too. So
that's them trying to defend from Tictum, trying to undercut them.
And it's worked out. Yeah, it's worked out as well for Da Costa, actually. No, Tictum passes Gunther.
Yeah, there we go. So Gunther just maybe a lap too late there.
Keep an eye on that one. As you say, 13% power boost for 4 minutes and it's activated twice during the race. That's the official confirmation. But Verline has got really close to the back of Evans. The gap, which was 4 tenths, is closed down to 2 tenths. So they're practically on top of each other at the moment. As that is Sam
Bird crawling around after his car injury. And I think is he about to get a lap? No, that's him... having to let Sedicamera and Turvey through then.
Why? And Sedicamera and Turvey, they are so far back in the order. What's happened there? But with them, they're both...
I think they got held up stuck trying to pass Bird.
Yeah, so they're...
Ever since Cassidy knocked into the side of him, Bird has just been lapping about 30 seconds off the pace.
So now that we know... So Bird's last and out of the race, and now we definitely know that that's the case. We should see a replay. Mega pace, Evans is being told. We've heard that on the world feed already, on the PLC. There you go. As up the inside. That's on Askew.
Up the inside of Askew, so that was pretty straightforward, Josh.
Yeah, pretty much. With the, as you said, with the attack mode as well, it's quite easily done.
Now, the problem is now that the lower end of the top 10 are going to have to respond to the Costa
your
being in attack mode.
Better than Pascal's.
So let's have a look. Is anyone going to pull out to the
yes.
left here? Oh, looks like Frines is.
Three of them.
Roland, and so's Dennis.
And through goes Da Costa. Da Costa. Oh no, Da Costa doesn't get ahead of Frines, but he does get ahead of Roland.
So much later, mate,
into Mirabeau.
Better be careful. One uniform for November.
And now they're all bunching together. There's a move going on there. Back again. I think that was Gunther passing Askew. Couldn't quite tell there because once again the TV director cut away at the wrong time.
Askew had just gone for attack mode as well, so Gunther was trying to move and
he's got
looks like he just about squeezed through. And here we go, battle for the lead, Josh.
Verline trying to go around the outside as well. He got so much speed out of the tunnel compared to Evans, who was braking and regenerating the energy. And now Verline has got enough energy. He wants to push hard and get ahead. That was a great one, almost akin to what we saw last year with Evans and Vern.
All right, what do you think this is? Is this Evans playing it safe in the first 10 minutes? 15 minutes of the race, Josh, or is this Verline being much stronger and trying to get ahead and take track position here?
I honestly think
Verline's got 1% more as well.
It's
looking really, really tight, and Evans is having to consume to try and keep Verline behind.
I'd say that it's Evans pushing hard, but he can't break away from Verline. So I think
this could get very, very tense. The problem is if Evans goes for attack mode and gets stuck behind like Verline or Vern,
look at this.
Potentially.
On Beau Rivage, Verline is so much faster. So Evans is trying to save that energy back, but you're right. Verline is just on it. And he's going to have a go, isn't he? Look down to Mirabo. He's looking so quick. Evans is looking in his mirrors, but he's too far back.
It's quite similar. Verline, maybe 0.5% on us.
And Cassidy's past Sims.
Oh, here comes De Costa on De Vries.
Oh, it's impossible. It's
and
impossible.
De Vries under pressure as well. De Vries has got. Oh, he hits the back.
Uniform.
De Vries hit the back of Roland.
Dennis getting by looked like De Vries. Yeah, so De Vries has been passed by De Costa, Roland, and Dennis now in the space of a couple of corners.
How is this possible?
How's he getting so much later on us into the braking zone? How's this possible? We don't know it's possible. This is some superb racing from the Porsches as well.
Oh, Lotterer on Frines.
Oh, that's too close.
Lotterer, sorry.
Yeah, Frines looked to the inside of the Nouvelle chicane. Lotterer just gave him enough space. Got a yellow flag out on the track as well. Someone stopped at turn 10.
So much later, how is this possible?
So someone stopped at the exit of Nouvelle. I can't see who it is right now.
Is that Sam Bird?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, no,
it's
in
the pits. It's Tictum.
Dropped behind Askew.
Because
Askew was still in attack mode, yeah.
I'm looking at the timing screen. We've got Setecamera and Turvey.
It's Bird's in the pit lane, so it might be Setecamera or Turvey at the very, very back then.
Could have been a late yellow maybe for Frines coming off the track. And look at this, Lotto is having to defend as Frines looks to the inside and Sander Vaughn and makes the move and further back as well.
It's looking busy behind.
De Costa!
Well, that's Roland trying to get back past De Costa.
And here comes, look at this, Dennis. Dennis now trying to go right round the outside. And this is another one, look. Up the hill we go. It's happened again. Side by side at the top of Beau Rivage into Massenet. And now De Costa takes attack mode. He's going to... No, Vern. It's Vern. The TV director is throwing us all over the place.
De Vries is doing it as well, because De Vries is getting tired of being bullied out of the way.
Suddenly, the Monaco ePrix comes alive. Look at this, defending.
It does have a habit of doing that.
Yeah, it's literally just been given a kick on the backside, and now suddenly it's been shocked with electrodes. Here we go again. So that was Vern's dropped to 6th. He's taken attack mode. De Vries has taken attack mode as well, as has Giovinazzi. So that's dropped them further back throughout the field. Mortara, Gunther now close together. Now we're seeing the battle between, I can't tell who it is. This is De Costa. And Dennis trying to go around the outside to the braking zone. De Costa's got the inside line into Nouvelle and shuts the door on him. This is getting Barney already. Brilliant. Oh, and contact.
Dennis is about to run out, so De Costa had to do that. Oh, that was a late weave to defend there, wasn't it?
Yeah, touch from the back.
Or was that just Dennis just looking for a way through, I think?
Dennis, I think, touched the wall at the end. He got forced to the wall, touched it, then the rear slided and he hit the back of De Costa. That was close. And contact between Askew and Gunther at turn 6 has been noted. That's down at the Fairmont hairpin, or Mirabeau. And the Lowe's hairpin. Now this is it from Evans. He's having to defend, and here comes up the inside. That's Vern making a move on Frines. A sweet move into Saint-Devon, and now controlling it up the hill. He'll have more power to catch up towards De Grassi, and now Van Dorn's getting up there with Verline as well. We've got like a 7-way fight for the race lead here in Monaco. And none of them is taking attack mode yet. Is Evans? No, he tried to dummy Verline in there. He turned in very late. And that's one of the Porsches. That's Lotterer. Wow, so it's all going off.
I just got a message from Jack Giordano. He's complaining about the awful direction to me. TV character cameras are so bad today, missing all the action. He's just said to me. But that's not Jack Pickering, that's Jack Giordano, the other Formula owner.
Jack too.
Certainly now Vern stuck behind De Grassi now. So the next 2 minutes are going to be absolutely crucial for Vern's race and for your hopes of winning the prediction.
Oh, Vern's got so much more speed. He's going to go late on the brakes on the inside to get ahead. Late on the brakes.
On the outside.
Oh, did he make it through? Yeah, I think he backed off, didn't he? We're stuck on the onboard. But yeah, Vern is ahead of De Grassi, and De Grassi's still in 5th, so he didn't go off the track and lose a position.
ENO0. We need to stay on target.
Evans is now really being told to stay on target. He's using too much energy trying to defend from this lot.
Is this the end of Star Wars?
This is brilliant, isn't it? This is fantastic racing. Well, we had Star Wars here in 2005, didn't we, with Revenge of the Sith on the Red Bull cars. It looks like we might need something like that. Look at Lotto. We've opened up his onboard. He's closing in on Roland. But that's a secondary battle to what's going on at the front as Verline looks to the inside. Yeah, Van Dorn's going to be he's stuck behind Verline, and we've got Vern on it.
It's only got a minute left, so this could actually work quite badly for Vern. Because what you really want in this race is to be the last one who goes for attack mode, or you come into a gap which you can use.
Watch the leader going for
Attack mode! Evans is going to take attack mode, just heard on the radio, so Evans takes attack mode, Verline goes to the inside, takes the lead.
And Van Dorn does it as well, crucially, so that's one car Evans doesn't have to pass now. He's only got Vern and Verline.
Evans having to defend from the back of Frines as well, who's out of attack mode, coming back into position. Suddenly 8 cars, 9 cars, the top 10 are involved. Everyone's involved already. It's 25 minutes plus 1 lap to go. We've only done about, 15 minutes or so? It's unbelievable, the amount of action. Bird is officially out of the race, so that's a DNF for him. 21 left, and now look at Vern as well on the back of Verline. Pulls to the outside. That's Van Dorn getting past Frines, and they're both on attack mode.
That was a late move on what was going to be... It was the inside for the tunnel, but it was the outside for the chicane. So you had to get the move done early there. And Frines didn't really have much to defend.
Jeff still on attack.
Pretty much everyone has used at least one attack mode,
stall.
apart from Tictum, who's in the middle of using his final one. So you only get 2, not 5, as we said earlier.
So,
I think you said 5 at one point, Josh.
Yeah, it was the activations. It was arming the system 5 times. That's what I've clarified. And then using twice. This is for Verline.
Keep investing and we take.
Keep investing and we take.
Keep investing on energy harvesting. So that's what's going to happen down there. Verline leads.
That sounded like Evans was worried about Stoffel. He said keep an eye on me for Stoffel or something like that to this engineer. Because Van Dorn is going to be quite quick up these straights as well. So Vern and Verline, basically Vern is going to have to defend. And if he can keep Evans and Van Dorn behind, that's ideal for Pascal Verlaine. Is Pascal going to go for attack mode? Yes, he is.
And Vern!
Where's he going to come out, Josh?
He's behind Vern. Vern takes the lead. Evans has the inside line.
And just behind Evans as well.
I'm trying to find
the Chichita.
I'm going to punch this TV director in the face in a minute. And now the inside. There's Lotter trying to get through on Frines at the hairpin and does so.
Lotter is going to go wide and right into Frines there.
We could have had a situation there like 2000 where the race has to be stopped because the track's blocked. So Vern leads. Evans now got 2 minutes of attack mode. And look at this. Just like 12 months ago, it's Vern versus Evans at the front of a Monaco race. And now that's Evans in problems. He's left Vern. That's Vern. What's happened there? That's
Evans
has let Verline through. Was that an illegal overtake? What's happened there?
Minus 0.04. Not the code, but have the code.
They're lifting so much slower than me.
They're lifting so much.
They're lifting so much slower than me. No idea what happened there. We've heard nothing on the radio.
It could be a regen issue on that Jaguar then. But it looks like Evans has just not got the energy really to fight
something's
with
not right. They're
Verline.
passing me like crazy.
And now it's Verline versus Vern for the lead in a few seconds.
They're lifting so much slower than me.
Evans just said on the radio, something's not right. They're passing me so much easily as Vern goes defensive. He hasn't got attack mode. Verline does. And Evans nearly runs into the back of Verline into Santa Vot.
Efficient driving, max apex.
Degrassi's got Lotter as well. Oh, look at this.
Verline side by side trying to find a way through. Beau Rivage into Massenet. And Vern is making that DS to cheat as wide as possible. Surely he'll take attack mode. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Van Dorn is looking more than 1% on us.
He's got to wait till later in the race. Has he used
Half
it yet?
I think he's one
of the few who hasn't used either.
I think Vern used one. Verline's
no,
now
used one.
Yeah.
You're right, so he's got one left.
5-9.
Everyone apart from Tictum has got about one left, I think.
Evans is complaining. Let's hear from Verline.
Evans behind us, 35 seconds remaining. Just be aware through turn 10.
And that's this one. That's the Nouvelle chicane. So Verline's going to have to be defensive because look at this. Verline's not even thinking about it.
Attacking.
He's gone to the outside line and shuts the door. And Van Dorn
past Evans as well.
And they're all side by side. And further back, Frines is under pressure. He's been passed by Lotter on the inside. And that wasn't even with attack mode. That was on pure power. Suddenly, the Porsches are coming alive.
The tunnel would be the prime overtaking spot.
Yeah. Van Dorn is so sure he's going to get fan boost. He's just been told to arm it. He gets it every other race, though, so that's fantastic. And now...
Yeah, I think who also was doing well, Roland was doing quite well before the race started, so I'm hoping that he gets it, because he never does. But yeah, Verline, I think, might actually sprint off into the distance now if Vern can keep Van Dorn behind him, because, yeah, both Van Dorn and Evans have run out of attack mode now.
So fan boost has been awarded to Vern, Van Dorn, Da Costa, De Vries and Giovinazzi. That is our fan boost.
Must have missed out.
Yeah.
Well, that was a vote wasted.
Well, to be fair, Giovinazzi gets it every race and never gets to use it, so he always retires.
I think he uses it. If he hasn't retired already, he'll tend to use it, but it just doesn't make too much difference.
Gunther, he's
in itself quite damning of the concept, really.
Dennis, Askew take their second attack mode.
Oh!
Whoa,
Is
break!
that Verline letting him through? Was that Lotterer?
It's Verline stopping! Verline's got a problem! The race leader is out of the Monaco E-Prix!
No.
He's slowed down at the Fairmont hairpin, and Porsche go, what has gone on there? And Vern takes the lead, and Verline is hemorrhaging positions here in Monaco. He's out of the chips, and now it's Vern versus Van Dorn in the front. And Roland, look at Roland and Frines. They're going to make contact. And you lose track. Lotterer versus Frines, and here comes Roland.
Oh, Roland on the outside there. I think he's just gotten ahead of Robin Frines. And
Mortara.
Fall into the clutches of Mortara, who's just got by Da Costa. And De Vries is in this as well.
Ambulance. Now
the
back
middle
to
of
track.
the swimming pool. The recovery vehicle.
Oh, there's too much action going on. The TV directors can't handle it. The Monaco TV, right, Gunther's up to 10th. De Vries down to 11th. Verline is out of the race. He is stopped on the track. No, he's moving.
As well.
He's stopped in the tunnel.
Big shame for Verline. That could be a safety car as well. Oh, here comes Van Dorn for the lead.
And Van Dorn now doesn't have anything on it as well. He's got fan boost, but so does Vern. So when are you going to use that fan boost to have the attack? Dennis is on the back of De Vries as well. Up the hill we go towards Massenet once again. And this is just everything other than just crazy. And they do take it. I knew he would. Vern takes attack mode, as does Degrassi.
So does Degrassi. Yes, Degrassi's still in this as well, but here comes Lotterer, and there is Verline stationary at the exit of the tunnel.
Yellow.
He's waving to the marshals, and they're waving the white flag for some reason. Does that mean we
Slow
surrender?
car. Probably. We are in France. Anyway, moving on. I think they'll have to throw the safety car because that's on a dangerous position.
Then that's terrible for Vern and Degrassi then.
Yellows are
There's
out.
definitely going to be a yellow flag in the tunnel, so they can't overtake there.
The problem is...
And that means they can't use the most of their attack mode. So that really helps Evans and Van Dorn there.
That's
and look, there he is. He's in such a dangerous position.
Director telling them where the
full course yellow. The race director has been on the radio telling them where the car is, and we are going to a full course yellow here at the Monaco E-Prix to try and get that car out of the way quickly. It's a full course yellow. Oh, and that was Lotterer getting rear-ended by Roland. Down into when they called it, down out of Tabac.
That was a good spot there, Josh. Yeah, it looked like Lotterer reacted very early compared to Roland and those behind him. So Frines, Mortara as well, right behind in that melee there.
Now, this cannot last longer than 2 minutes 50 because that will affect Vern and Degrassi mainly, but Dennis and Askew have also on their last attack. They've only got a minute left, so they're out of it. They're going to have to do this on pure pace, but everyone in front of them has an attack mode left.
Yeah, I think they didn't know that Verline was going to cause that
Van Dorn!
yellow.
Hang on! Van Dorn, yeah, Van Dorn leads. Is that right? Because Vern took it. Yeah, Van Dorn leads. It's hard to keep up.
This really plays into Van Dorn's hands, really, because Evans, we know, is a little bit slow, but even if Vern can pass him, he's wasted most of his attack mode here. Here we go. This is a replay of Verline slowing down, I think.
So he's out of the hairpin. It looks like, he's got to drive.
He just lost drive, and he was in the middle of attack mode as well when it happened.
Do you reckon the chain broke to the battery regen? And he's just got no power, because that was so weird. Look, he locks up.
Oh, look, he brakes, yeah. Could it be a brake-by-wire issue, maybe?
What, and the car goes into limp home?
He's raising his hand as well.
It's gone. So Dash must have died for him to see that. Had to. So 17 laps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go out to Pascal Verline because he was doing everything right, and that's potentially a win for Porsche gone then. And it's going to be. Are they going to try and restart it down the hill?
Wow.
He's already got the headrest partially off.
Oh, that's a bit dangerous.
Is this him just trying to take the car to a safe position? I wouldn't be
surprised. Down JFK Avenue. Yeah, look, he's taking it to JFK Avenue. So that's the old Formula E track.
Let's hope he doesn't visit Dealey Plaza and the book depository. No, wait, that's Dallas, not Monaco.
So we're being told the field might get reordered. So something must have happened. Yeah.
I don't see any reason for that to happen.
No, we're going green. We're going green.
Yeah, there we go. So Vern might get just a minute, just under a minute then.
2, 1.
And Lotter and Frine still right together with Roland. I think Roland actually may have got ahead of Lotter with the full course yellow being called.
So
there
green,
he goes, right back through.
Yeah, he had to. And now the green flag's out, but the field should keep their positions and the time they lost. But look at this. The top 3 have just jumped everybody else on this run.
Well, that was the gap they had before the full course. Yeah, that was cool though, wasn't it? They had already started pulling away from Lotterer because Lotterer and Roland and Franz are all fighting each other.
I'm just hearing that it's actually in the commentary box on Channel 4. It's Karun Chanok, Davide. I'm going to shout again. It's Jack Nichols, Karun Chanok, and Dario Franchitti. Yeah.
Franchitti. Sorry, Davide confused
Sorry,
me there.
I know. I got it wrong. I was aiming for Dario and got Davide. One of the two. But that's the lineup on. So that sounds like a cracking one. But we're having a better time of it.
Valencia again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Valencia.
Okay. But look at this. Degrassi now is starting to attack Vern as they both ran out of attack mode. So there we go.
Vern's got it to
took
defend
a gamble there. I think Vern might rue that because they basically sacrificed the lead for attack mode. They handed it to Van Dorn.
Oh, yellow! Oh, hang on! Dennis! Gunther's going down and Lotter is in the wall! Lotter is in the wall! Can't see where!
No.
But he's dropped down, so has Gunther! They've both there!
There we go,
Big one!
Roland was going up the inside of it.
It was there to big one! Into the wall! Down at Santa Vort! This'll be a safety car! Is there 2 cars in there? We've got Gunther going up the hill, and Lotterer is in the wall, and out of the race there's debris across the track. This'll have to be a safety car. Van Dorn's taken attack mode! Van Dorn has taken his attack mode at precisely the wrong time!
So it was low risk because Evans was far enough behind for him to stay in the lead.
Left him space, but then he...
Safety car!
That's Lotterer's opinion.
I wonder if Roland might be in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
And there's Turvey still trying to
Da
catch up
Costa.
to tomorrow.
Oh, there's the safety car. Da Costa has passed Mortara under the safety car. So Da Costa's passed Mortara under the safety car. They'll have to get that back.
Turvey's decided to go for attack mode.
Oh, no.
After the safety car has been called, which is not a good idea.
And yeah, Van Dorn's on it as well, so that's him lost on that. But the Monaco Marshals are the best in the world. They can get this cleared in under 3 minutes, so this might not be bad.
Evans is still in the seat here.
Is that Sims?
Yeah, Roland's out of it
it's
as
Roland.
well.
It's Roland.
Like Roland.
So that was, Roland there it is. There's confirmation, look, 30. So Roland hit Lotterer into the wall, and that's why the yellow was out, and it was a big whack.
The damage to both cars was too big for them to continue. But Evans has still got an attack mode left, so Van Dorn, if he can keep behind Van Dorn, use his final one, and stay ahead of Vern, then potentially... the problem is, it's just, has the Jaguar got the race pace to do it, is the thing. Because if he goes into attack mode, goes behind Vern, then that's potentially race over, really, in terms of trying to fight for the win, because Van Dorn can just coast it ahead of them.
Now,
with the timing of these safety, we could get another safety car as well, which would completely.
And I'm looking at 12.
So Jagger is still just in this somehow, despite.
Oh, remember, we go to added time now. Added time will be added. So this is it.
True, yes. But what a horrible day this is turning into for Paul. Oh, there we go. I think Roland almost made the move. Look at this. He's up the inside. He just loses it in the middle of the move.
They both hit the wall as well. Spot it at the top of the screen. Look, that's what the picture we were looking at when it happened. Franz was very lucky not to get involved in that one.
Indeed.
Oh, and
yeah, the wheel was bent on Roland, so he couldn't continue. Stronger together, it says. I think he would have wished Roland was a little bit further apart, actually. But
divorce proceedings are coming up. So there is Lotterer.
Verline making a way back from his retired Porsche.
So both Porsches out.
This is a costly day for Porsche. Because they could have won this one easily.
They were second in the constructor standings, 85 points they had. They were 9 behind.
Mercedes are leading at the moment as well.
Yeah, they're only 9 behind Mercedes. A 1-2 here today would have put them in the front, and now the safety car comes out.
I don't think a 1-2 was on the cards, but certainly a 1-6.
A 1-6. Well, Lotterer was falling back anyway, wasn't he? So yeah, definitely Verline could have won today and got the 9 points. It would have stayed the same, actually, wouldn't it? The gap between first and second.
There we go. Why is Vern backing up the pack here? Is he trying to help Evans win this one?
I don't know. Look at this. This is really bizarre. And there's Sims' car. No, this is Roland's car. Yeah, sorry.
Sims is still in the race.
Sims is still in the race, yeah. I'm used to saying Sims after he retired in practice.
That's a shame, though. Roland was actually having a really decent race, and he's had a horrible start to the season, really.
And if you're wondering where... Oh, and Van Dorn seems to... Okay, he's got going again, because he was stopped at turn 5, according to my driver tracker, but he's got going, and he is the race leader. Here we go. But as we look at nothing, because the safety car's still in the tunnel, the TV direction here is shocking as well. We complained about it last year. In fact, let's face it, we complained about it every year we're here. at the moment. So
I'll tell you who this safety car plays into the hands of Sede Kamara and Turvey, who are so far behind. It finally allows them to catch up to the rear of the field, and they've got a lot more energy than the people ahead of them.
And
but Sede Kamara, Giovinazzi is surely going to let Sede Kamara through, isn't he?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Van Dorn is out of attack mode, and Evans still has another one left to play. So this race goes Evans.
It's really just a matter of, can Evans get the gap to come into? Because if he can't, then Van Dorn has got this one then, I think.
Seems that way at the moment.
And it feels almost like Van Dorn's got to the lead by stealth.
Lights out.
He's, fourth in qualifying, and safety car coming in. So here we go. 10 minutes plus extra time in the race then.
Raise the mug to the mechanics to get there, so the marshals to get that one in time. I thought we were going to be on it for another 2-3 minutes or so. So stop
the Monaco marshal. The TV direction may not be on point, but the marshalling certainly is.
They always are. It's always the better system. Right, Van Dorn leads them around. They're going to come into Rascasse. He's already hit the gas as well because green flags are there. No overtaking until the start line. Van Dorn leads. Evans is second. Vern third. Degrassi fourth. Frines fifth as they cross the line, and they're all back together again. Roland, Lotto, Verline, Bird out of the race. Names that we would expect would have been quite higher up in the finishing order today. It's going to be a complete day of the underdogs, but look how much Evans is already on the back. And in fact, look at Degrassi and Frines. They're too close together as well. Frines really feeling racy.
I wouldn't say they're the underdogs with Van Dorn, Evans, Vern top three, but yeah, certainly it's disappointing for those guys as Frines goes for what must be his final attack mode. And that is that Gunther that's just attacking him there.
Yeah, so Gunther gets dropped out of it, and Mortara's gone through. So Frines drops to 7th, Stracosta 5th, Mortara 6th. Oh, dive bomb and a half from Nick Cassidy.
That's Cassidy. Yes. And De Vries really getting bullied this entire race.
Yeah. Round
This
Portier.
happened in Rome as well, really, didn't it?
It did,
and Buemi, Sede Kamara, and Turvey have also gone for another attack mode. So
that's it, last.
Pound of dry till these closing stages.
Suppose they want to maximise, They want. Oh, yellow flag.
And, Da Costa has not had to give position back to Mortara, by the way.
Yellow.
So there's no investigation there.
Oliver
and in fact, he's
Askew.
right behind Degrassi now. So this has been a really good race by Da Costa.
Oliver Askew's gone wide. There was a brief yellow. Now it's gone green. There's the yellow.
Like ticked him for. He's let a lot of them for.
But Buemi's gone through as well. Askew's in trouble. Askew is really in trouble. He's dropping down the pack. Track clear turn 6. So that is actually at the hairpin at Fairmont.
Looked like they were getting a bit bunched up at the hairpin because a lot of them were going at the back, were going into attack mode and attacking those in front of them.
Josh Plays,
must have missed out.
Josh Plays has said that 4 minutes 30 added as round the outside.
Frines, Josh.
That's a nice move from Frines into Sandevard. Has he made a stick? Yes, Da Costa's using attack mode to try and pass Degrassi.
That's fan boost. He's using
fan boost,
I think, to keep Frines behind.
Can't tell. TV director's not showing it. There it is. Just about. Yes.
Turn Degrassi, Da Costa. There we go.
Frines 5th. Da Costa down to 6th. It didn't work out. That's why.
There we go. And Mortara and Da Costa go for attack mode number 2.
And Mortara gets a barge. Was that from... who was that from?
Dennis.
Dennis.
That was Dennis. He's just emerged in front of.
I thought it was a rocket, but yeah, you're right. It's Dennis. It wasn't Mortara because he's too far back.
I thought it was a rocket. Just like,
well, it looked like well, the black. Yeah, look black.
I keep forgetting the intercontinental ballistic missiles that are in the middle of Monaco.
And you've been heard that Danny
Kvyat's
Kvyat's.
The race at the last minute.
When you heard Danny Kvyat's racing here. Anyway, so Da Costa takes attack mode. Frines is on it as well, but he's got 1 minute 52 left. Mortara's taken it. Cassidy's taken it as well. Buemi, Sede Kamara, and Turvey did it on the previous lap, as Buemi's passed Giovinazzi for 14th place. And, yeah, unfortunately, Askew's down now to 17th place, and Turvey's closing up. This is getting insane already at the moment as they come through. Fastest lap to Van Dorn.
So, as I said here, the timing here is absolutely crucial for Jaguar and for Evans. And also, just needs to make sure he's got enough energy to make it to the end, because it's no good passing Stoffel Van Dorn and then running out of energy on the final lap. That nearly happened. That almost happened to him last year. He had to really ease it and come home third. Frines just got him on the final lap, and here comes Frines again, attacking what looks like Degrassi in front of him. So Frines is really the man on the move at the moment, but he's only got a minute left of attack mode. Up the inside he goes through Beau Rivage.
Oh,
and he just squeezed through. Degrassi was very cooperative there.
And Evans is in trouble, and that's why he's taking attack mode. Evans goes and takes attack mode and loses places to Fern, loses places to Frines, maybe. He's got the inside line.
Frines up the inside, Mirabeau, and not much Evans could do there. So Evans down to 4th, and he'll have to wait about 40 seconds for the Envision's attack mode to run out.
Cassidy looked to the inside of
Cassidy
Dennis.
having a go at Dennis, yes.
This is
Dennis,
insane.
I think just held on there.
Vern's using fan boost. Now, is that to defend from Frines? Because this is the run down to the tunnel. Must be. Vern knows he's going to have to go defensive. Yeah, he's done it.
It is defensive, yes. You're right, Josh.
He's done it.
I thought he might be trying to keep up with
Look
Van
at
Dorn.
Da Costa. He's trying to go on the outside and tags Degrassi. And Dennis has
Certainly
dropped.
the front nose cone of that Cheetah of Da Costa does not look as in good condition as it was at the start of this race.
Tictum and
So he's had to-
Dennis have dropped to 13th and 14th. Not sure why. Look, something's happened in the chicane. They've tripped over each other at the chicane. Incident involving Askew and DeFries under investigation, causing a collision at turn 15. That's swimming pool. Turn 5, sorry. Turn 5, Mirabeau. Big slide from the back of...
That's Mortara, yeah.
And look at this now on the inside. Evans on a fight back with Frines out of attack mode.
Frines is out. Yeah.
And has he got him? Can't tell.
Yeah, he has.
Nicely done,
There you
Evans. And now look at this. Vern's a sitting duck.
Yeah, he should be, but it's Van Dorn that's the big target here. If Vern can hold him up, then potentially the best Evans can do is get back into second.
Van Dorn is out of attack mode. Well, we know
this
that.
is nervous. Yeah, this is nervous times for Van Dorn then, because his race is pretty much entirely dependent on Vern.
We've got added time, remember?
Blue's attack mode with the safety car.
Yeah.
Although maybe not entirely his fault because it was a bit hard to tell. But look how much Vern is bunching him up back into Frines almost.
There will be an extra 4 minutes and 30 seconds added to this race. We now go into added time.
Well, that's good news for Mitch Evans.
This is great news as well. So we have 8 minutes left as Evans round the outside. Can he get the braking done? No, Vern shuts the door into Nouvelle chicane. Oh, this is great racing.
1 minute 50, yeah.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Oh, Mortara had to go really wide there. He's let Degrassi back through at the chicane.
Evans 1 minute 45 remaining.
Like Mortara's move on Degrassi didn't work out there, and look how much Vern was sliding through the swimming pool there.
Da Costa's out of attack mode, so is Mortara, so is Cassidy. Evans is all over the back of Vern. He needs to clear him now, and Mortara comes into the pit lane to retire. So Mortara's out of the race.
Really bad news. That's bad news for Venturi then.
Look at
Look
Evans. Outside line into Sandoval. That's a difficult one, but he did it up and go, and he's done it now. Evans goes to second.
He's only got a minute to catch up to Van Dorn, though. I don't think he's going to pass him. This is going to come down to energy then, but certainly...
Good job. Now is...
Yeah, it is Tom Dillon.
That's what you don't want.
Yeah, it's not Tom Dillon.
Tom
That's
Dillman.
Tom Dillman.
Tom Dillman.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. The Jaguar test driver, of course, he raced Venturi last year and won in Berlin. But just applauding Evans' move there.
Hi, Tom, if you're listening.
Evans is not out of the fight for victory yet, but I think it's going to be tough to beat Van Dorn here.
Now is efficiency.
What a cracking race.
Now is targets.
It's a bit hard for the drivers to keep track, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard for us to keep track. We've got timing screens to look at. This is impossible. The TV direction has definitely not helped.
Looks like Dennis and Tictum have got going again.
Yeah.
But certainly it looks like it didn't work. That move didn't work out for either of them. Sims is quite close to getting Buemi for the final point here. Big lock-up by Frines there.
Just been told Chris Kamara is leaving Soccer Saturday. So that's interesting news that's happened while we're on air. There's debris there. Looks like it could be from Frines because he's side-pod slapping. Yeah,
as a non-football fan.
Yeah, throwing out there for the football fans.
And Evans is about to run out of attack mode, so there we go.
So
it's 1.8 the gap between him and Van Dorn. I think Van Dorn has only just got to keep going. We've had the added time added in, or is it going to add in when the clock runs out?
Adds in when the clock runs out,
We've still got the 4.5 minutes. So Van Dorn has really just got to make sure he can get to the end now. He looks very good on energy. And Evans has got it under control too.
This lap is urgent to maintain energy. So that's from Van Dorn.
If we need to.
And just to point out as well, it's clicked over for you watching on the watch along. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left of this race. If you're watching on the TV pictures with us, it's 1 minute 10. Then we'll add in the 4 minutes 30. The added time is yet to be added on the TV graphic. It's already been added to you watching on the YouTube stream. But this is already insane as look, Vern and Da Costa have used fan boost. Van Dorn, De Vries, Giovinazzi haven't. At the moment.
It sounded like Mitch Evans was asking for whiskey.
It did, didn't it? I was just thinking the same thing. Van Dorn's using a fan boost.
Oh, there we go. So Van Dorn gets his fan boost out the way then.
So it's just De Vries and Giovinazzi. Yeah.
Both yet to do so. Sede Kamara is using the last of his attack mode to try and get past Giovinazzi.
Look how much, look how much Friends was closing in on Verne there as well. They're really closing. There's a big winglet there.
Detritus at the side of the track.
That must be.
I think that's from Mortara.
Yeah, because he's lost a front end plate.
His failed move on Degrassi that ended up. That was careless by Mortara. I think
really
that's the sort of thing that can make you lose the championship. And this is a very, very good day for Evans really in the championship, all things considered. Verne too, who's leading it going in. And as long as he can keep Friends behind, of course. Friends wants another podium, and
he took podium. Yeah, this would be Friends' because I googled it earlier on. It's 13th podium.
Well, he needs to pass Verne to make it happen, though.
Yeah, and now we're into added time for the
Friends has got fastest lap as well, and De Vries has apparently used fan boost. Someone say.
Oh, De Vries has used it.
De Vries down in 10th. Trying to catch Buemi. He's right behind
Buemi,
but he's got Sims all over him, so he's defending from Alex Sims as well.
Yeah, there's the confirmation. Look, De Vries has just used a fan boost, so presumably he can see it on the time screen. That's Josh Blaze.
In the inset, they've got Cassidy challenging Gunther for 7th. Gunther has done well to just stay out of trouble here because Nissan have not really been all that quick this weekend. But with all the carnage going on, they're just able to hold on to some decent points here if they can keep Nick Cassidy behind them.
And same with Buemi, P9 as well. He's done really, really well. Buemi's fought back from starting last on the grid to 9th place. That's an impressive drive from the Season 2 champion. As they swing by. Or was it Season 1? When did Buemi win?
Season 2, you're
Season 2, yeah.
It was PK Jr. won the first season.
That's the one, yeah. And Degrassi won 3, yeah.
Buemi spun it in Battersea Park, if I remember correctly.
That was it. I remember commentating on that race and going nuts.
And he got stuck behind Bruno Senna, yes.
I thought I compared it to Alonso and Petrov 2010 at the time.
That's probably was an apt comparison.
4 laps.
And of course,
I was really hoping he would lose, but
yeah. And of course, then
I'm a bit more sympathetic now, and it's a shame that PK is gone because he was, especially in the Gen 1 era, he was one of the better drivers in the field. Oh, look how close he's getting at Raskas to the back of Maxi Gunther.
He's really on the back,
Costa Degrassi Gunther down to 10% now, so this could get very, very tight in the final couple of laps.
Whoa!
Brian nearly loses it at Sandoval as he chases John O'Byrne for third.
All equal on energies.
Everyone's saying they're low on energies, and look at this on board now. Cassie's right in the back of Gunther, going up Bro Ravage. Look, it's the inside. Can't get through. Oh, he's going for it on the inside. Oh, that was close.
Josh.
Yeah, outside, wasn't it? Inside on the hill, but outside for Massenet, yeah. And into Mirabeau.
He's having to take crazy risks, and you got to think, you don't want to bin it in the back at this late stage.
But Wemmy's looking for a move.
Sims and Dennis all over the back of De Vries, and then the two Nissans with the little green Envision wedge in between.
We're going to open up Van Dorn's radio now on the stream, because if he's the winner, we'll have to listen to what Dario questions he has as well as he comes through. This is Cassidy's on board then, trying to go to the inside. That's a defense.
That Envision Audi is really quick and efficient, isn't it?
It's really good.
Being a year old, of course. But it's the same with a lot of these cars because they're holdovers from Season 7, essentially.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Although that Gen 3 car got revealed on Thursday as well, and it looked a bit blocky to me. I know a lot of people have said that, but it doesn't quite look it yet.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, given my line of work.
Yeah, for the Lego cars, this is the best possible outcome.
I've already made a start, but it's really difficult trying to get the sort of narrow, kind of big arrowhead in there properly. But I've got some details down, like the little rear winglets I really like.
I do like the rear wing. I like that too. But I think they need to shine it up a bit and make it a bit more curved.
I have to finish my Season 8 video, but hopefully I'll be able to have a little sneak peek in there if I've got the Gen 3 designed by that time. And Josh says don't leave the radio on this time. Josh plays, of course.
Oh yeah, good point. Dario.
Gunther down to 5%. I think Cassidy might have a go before this ends.
So yeah, this will be the last.
I think Van Dorn has got this in the bag here.
This will be the penultimate. Look at the and Cassidy's under pressure once again. But Wemmy was really on in there, wasn't he? 5% for Gunther. This is closing in.
I think it's a Gunther that's been closed in by Cassidy.
You are you're correct. What did I say?
He's building a big train behind him, yeah.
Friends is also under pressure from Da Costa as well. Looking to the inside. No, can't find a way through. The DS Cheetahs are sandwiching that in vision. So much.
1.7.
Gap 1.7.
So they're doing the Nissan strategy, yes.
Yeah. And 13 seconds left. The question is if Van Dorn crosses the line before the end of that. I don't think it's going to happen.
Surely he's going to... He's not going to do an extra lap then, is he? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, so it's just going to be the one more lap then.
Yeah. Last lap, the call of the Monaco E-Prix.
Bad news for Turvey, who is clearly saving down in 17th on 6% compared to everyone else on 3 and 4 and 5%.
Last lap of the Monaco E-Prix. Van Dorn, 1.5.
This is tense, isn't it, Josh?
This is good. It's like, who's going to get the final podium spots? Because can they all make it to the end as well? Turvey's past Askew.
Starting final lap.
I may as well with the extra energy.
Yeah, may as well go for it. There's the TVR who coming into the series next year. As Van Dorn bounces over. Monaco.
Well, there's going to be space for TVR with Maserati coming in. Oh, big lock up by Vern.
Did he get it in? Yes, he did. But look at this. It's left Frines and Da Costa wanting a bit of action. Could have got through.
I wonder if Degrassi got hurt. Gunther's down to 1% here. I think Gunther's in trouble. Cassidy's
he's not
right
going to make
behind
it.
him. Dennis takes Sims for 11th. So Dennis might be able to sneak the final point here if something happens to the Vries up front.
Then we'll find out. Here we go. 1% for Vern, 1% for Evans, 1% for Van Dorn. And they're only at Muir. They're only at Nouvelle Chicane. They've got half the lap still to go. They've really done it again, haven't they? 0.8 for Gunther.
They're in real trouble. But Van Dorn about to win here, Josh.
Stoffel
This is
Van
his first win
Dorn.
of the season too.
Yep, it's going to be his third win in total. His first win for Van Dorn came in Berlin 2020. His second
Cassidy takes 7th.
was in
Gunther
Rome.
in trouble.
Yeah.
He's down to 0.4. He's going to drop out of the points here.
Stoffel Van Dorn exits the last corner. Formula One's Mercedes team may not be on top, but for the first time this year, Mercedes are on top with Stoffel Van Dorn winning the Monaco E-Prix. Evans is second, Vern third, and they're all hitting 0 across the line. Did they make it in time? As well, look, you're right. Look at that. Dennis steals the point. So does De Vries. As we've got Gunther stopped on the track. They're all coasting to the line, and it's side by side.
Scenario 4.
And that was Buemi keeping Dennis behind. Not much of Dennis's car left.
No, look at this.
Oh, look, bit of the track signage at the stuck of the inside the Andretti.
Yes,
But De Vries will have to be content with
This is
just the
the
final
one!
point
We
then.
just won
So I
Monaco!
believe Da Costa got fastest lap then.
Great job, mate. Great job. But please focus on this in lap. So watch your braking to go.
And-
Pick up rubber. Keep pushing for pressures.
Of course, not Da Costa.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Monaco, baby. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Congratulations. You deserve that.
Well, we're going to hear from...
Yes, boys.
Derek.
This one feels good. Finally our turn. And what a way to do it. Thanks, guys.
And Mercedes leaving at the end of the championship.
Stoffel, Dario and TV, congratulations. You won in Monaco again.
Yeah, awesome feeling. It's not been the easiest
win in
ride here in the past
GP2?
for me, but
yeah,
this time it's my turn.
Congratulations, man. You drove a wonderful race.
I think that's it. Can't hear anything else from the radio there. Van Dorn won in Formula 2.
Okay, mate. I know you're no stranger to this, but if you need to make your way back to the dummy grid, please, and stop in front of the podium.
There it is. There's what... look, Ed's got there as well. The
Well done, Stoffel, then.
Yeah, thanks,
Even
guys.
put all the little blue stars at the back. Even though
Was a
I've
great
no real
race.
love for the
A
Mercedes
little bit
team,
lucky,
but plenty of love for Stoffel.
but the pace was there.
You were fast, mate.
It's been
Yeah,
so...
we might have had a bit of
When was
fortune,
Van
but
Dorn's
also
last win?
we were unlucky with our attack
Rome
mode. So, yeah,
2021.
very good, mate. I think that deserves a clap.
It was,
doesn't it?
yeah. It's quite almost a whole year
Big
ago.
clap.
Oh, look at all the Van Dorn fan club. They don't look very excited, do they?
No, the Belgian Waffle has done it. Yeah, Van Dorn, then that's his third ever win. Berlin 2020 was his first one, of course, in that 6 races in 9 days fiasco. Rome 2021 was his last win, I think, in race 1 he took
And
it.
it's nice to see the fans here again.
Oh,
It was race 2, I
Oh,
think.
race 2, yeah.
Because, who won race 1 last year?
Was it Frines?
No, it wasn't Frines, because Frines hasn't won since New York 2019, I think.
You are right, yep.
Um,
Who won Rome last year then? Ah, I can tell you it was. It was
Vern,
Jean-Eric
wasn't it?
Vern, yeah, bang on.
Yeah, because Degrassi almost won it and then had
Yeah.
the failure at the end. The 2 Mercedes crashed out.
I should have looked down my stat sheet more. I should really send you this stat
That's
sheet as
the
well.
provisional championship. Van Dorn takes the lead from 6 points over Vern. Evans up to third on 3 points behind Vern.
That is
So
getting
81,
close, yeah.
75, 72. Then Friends on 71. Mortara on 49. It's a big gap actually down to Mortara and Lotterer. So it's turning into almost a 4-horse race now.
Josh said, I think Van Dorn hit 0 before the line. He did, but he coasted across the line. So
on
yeah.
the graphic, yes, but that's sometimes not always accurate.
Yeah, sometimes it's a couple of percentages.
Next to Planet Sushi, which was the scene of Tictum's, oh no, they're stealing my car.
Yeah.
Realization. 13th for Tictum today after his little collision with Askew, wasn't it? Or, no, it was Dennis, wasn't it?
Dennis, hitting Dennis,
So,
and falling back throughout the
I have
field.
to say, good drive by Dennis, actually, to recover from that.
And Sebastian Buemi started 22nd, finishes the race 8th. That's an amazing job as Van Dorn lifts up his arms. He is a winner on the streets of Monaco in Formula E. And it's a World Championship event, so he has won Monaco in an official World Championship event, not just
It's
Formula
been
2.
too long, really, since we've seen Stoffel Van Dorn win, let's be honest.
And of course, the Belgian national anthem's coming up soon as well. That's always a delight.
Indeed.
I've lost my voice already after that one. I've got MotoGP and Moto E. I've got Moto E soon as well. We might run a quick off actually because I want to get that done if we can live. Not done live on YouTube, but live for the Moto 2, Moto 3 review shows, which are still being done and are going to get out soon, hopefully before too long. Ideally, we want them out before the summer break, but we're just running into a couple of issues with them and what we can and cannot do for Moto 2 and Moto 3 as well.
Don't forget, Jack Pickering will be doing some post-race interviews on the Formula E Zone channel, which we'll be getting to you.
And I've tagged that as well. If you go into the comments, the top comment tagged is the link to the Formula E Zone channel, and it's also in the description
I'll
as well.
try and upload them as soon as you get.
Yes, yeah. So if you want all the post-race reaction, Jack Pickering will be trackside in Monaco. You've already seen him on the show so far.
We go. Podium all set up then. I think I've got them all in the right places. We've got
Van Dorn, Evans, and Verne. Yep, all right order.
Yeah.
Just also to point out that Jack has told me that he's not going to be in Berlin next time out, so he might be sliding into the commentary box alongside myself and Ed on one of the races. Which one did he say?
To send some other Formula E correspondent there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jack Giordano probably wants to go.
Jack probably, yeah.
Any of the races yet this season.
So I think...
but Mr. Pickering has done a pretty stellar job, it must be said, and it was great to hear from him just before the race as well.
He said he texted me saying that I'll be busy on the Saturday, but I'll be about on Sunday, so we might drag him in. Let's have the driver interviews then, starting with Van Dorn.
Formula E win here in Monaco, first of this season as well, puts you at the top of the driver standings. How good does that feel?
It's an amazing feeling. I mean, Monaco is one of the most special races you can win as a driver, and last year we had a tough time here. This year we really managed to turn it around, and the target was to qualify at the front, and then I knew we would be in the mix, and that's exactly how the race panned out. So we were flying today, and massive well done to the team for giving me a strong car. It's not been an easy start of the season, but it shows the consistency we have, and extremely happy.
So much hard work goes into this to get you here where you are. You can see that you're obviously quite emotional with this win.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been fighting at the front all season already, and I've had a few pole positions, couldn't quite convert them into victories. So this weekend I decided not to qualify on pole and go for the victory instead. So that strategy worked.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much. Congratulations, Stoffel Van Dorn.
Yeah, very
qualify on pole.
Yeah,
I just didn't win the duel. What was the duel he was in? Wasn't it against Verne?
Van Dorn and
I'm pretty sure he
Verlaine.
lost to Verne.
Verlaine, yeah. It was Van Dorn and Verlaine. Semi-final 1.
Okay, so it was Verlaine who beat him, yeah.
By 0.178 of a second, I've noted down on my stat sheet.
Yeah.
So that was quite a close duel, of course.
But you've got to say, this is a great day for Mercedes. A pretty good recovery for Evans. He might be disappointed not to win, but the big losers today were Porsche, because that was Verlaine's race, wasn't it?
It absolutely was.
And,
I'm so annoyed that Porsche lost it. Anyway, let's listen to Mitch Evans.
Place finish, but talk us through the start of the race, really. There looked like there were some energy issues there, which caused you to drop back.
Yeah. To be honest, it was a confusing race because I thought we were going to be looking really good on energy. Obviously off the back of Rome, but also our approach into the race. We thought we were going pretty conservative, so we were expecting to be up on energy, but it was a complete opposite. So something to look into. Maybe we just got things a little bit wrong today. But yeah, I think we were quite lucky to get second, so I'll take that. I really wanted to win today after the back of our pole and a wins last race, but Stoffel and the other guys were just really quick. So I'll take this as good points and yeah, roll on to the next race.
Thanks very much. Congratulations, Mitch Evans.
Finished second after starting on pole position. Slipped back over errors with the full course yellow, and then the safety car didn't help him. And had a mysterious loss of drive problem at one point in the race as well. That's a real strange one. Nikki Shields, though, or should I say Gladys Pugh, with what she's wearing today as well, looking like she's working at Maplin's holiday camp, is now going to talk to Jean-Eric Verne.
It's going to be interesting. I bet he won't be happy.
Yeah, let's listen.
Well, Jean-Eric Verne, it looked like you and Mitch Evans were sort of, you know, competing against each other over the course of this race, but he just managed to take you during the attack mode.
That's what a race is.
Yeah, you know, it was a good race. I was unlucky in the second attack mode. I had straight away a full course yellow, so yeah, it was a waste. Obviously, that didn't help me to fight for the win today, but I'm gonna take those points happily and you know, keep on pushing, keep on working, and move forward.
Thanks very much.
Man of short words, isn't he, Jean-Eric Verne? With that one, you could tell he was angry, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it wasn't... You can say bad luck, but it felt like the team should have been on top of that and bailed out of going for attack mode when they did. Degrassi made the same mistake, in fairness. But I don't think the Venturi quite had the pace anyway, so Degrassi will probably be quite happy with fifth.
Yeah, SHG said as well, but when we started last and finished 8th in the end, that was a great run as well. Just checking out some of the comments as well.
Just did really well to stay out of the chaos there.
Wayne,
not quite as good as Turvey's drive in Rome from the very back to finish 7th.
That was a good one. Yeah, one place. Wayne says Van Dorn is beast, absolutely as well as he comes through. Adam says
he's
can still
sort of someone who flies under the radar often as well. I mean, we all know how good Nick de Vries is, and he had a bit of I would say timid race today, whereas Van Dorn qualified in the mix in the duels, and then was just. When everyone else, he made all the right strategy calls for a start, and then once Verline was out the picture, and once Verne went for the attack mode and the full Corsair was called, the way opened up in front of him and he took it. So full marks to Van Dorn.
We are going to be on a quick off, so as soon as the podium is done, we'll go off air, and hopefully it won't take too long.
Coffee. Oh look, Prince Rainier and his children and family.
Oh, it's always nice seeing them on there as well, and watching on as well, the young princess and prince.
Why did it look like a hostage situation?
It does, doesn't it? Especially, just with the princess's arms around her neck there. Probably she shouldn't run onto the podium or something as well. But yeah.
I've been in that situation with children at Cub Scouts.
Don't go onto the podium. Don't go into the road.
Usually it's not don't run on the podium, it's don't run across the road. I've always wanted to take the Cub Scouts to
Formula E,
very in London.
London, yeah.
Would be nice to do, but I'm not sure I'd have the money to send all of them to get tickets for all of them. But we'd have to see.
Maybe contact some of them. Get them all on media passes. I'm sure Formula E Zone could help with that as well. Just don't let them go. Just they can stay in the commentary box.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I got some contacts at Formula E. I could.
So
they might ask me to do They might ask me to do like 50 Lego videos for them. That would be quite the.
Okay.
My only bartering.
Yeah, National Anthem podium. Yeah, actually only bargaining. Yeah. I'll tell you what though. Don't worry. We'll grab someone else into the commentary box so you can go to London. You can.
Okay. Thanks.
You can go to London. You can. Yeah, I'm
allowing.
I
thought you were going to do a weird trackside thing.
I was trying to, but I can't get anything done. I think, where are we in that one? Formula E
Well, to
London
be honest, I was
Hungary,
probably going to buy tickets and just go as a spectator. I could try and go media pass, but I'm not sure because Formula E Zone might already be sending someone, and I don't want to get in the way, I mean, it has been, I don't think I've been to a Formula event since London Season 2. So
Blimey, that was ages ago,
2016, which was nearly 8 years ago.
Yeah, sadly, Formula E London is the same weekend as F1 Hungary, I believe. Because they're just being idiots with it all.
Are we about to hear the Belgian national anthem?
Is it trophies first?
Oh, it is, yes.
It's Monaco, yeah, it's all reversed. So Prince Albert.
Well, I better give Lego Van Dorn, his little trophy.
So Prince Albert II of Monaco presents the trophy to Stoffel Van Dorn as well, and little fist bump there for the young prince as well. Van Dorn wins in Monaco. What a fantastic one!
Vern fell over.
Oh well,
Sorry.
he has actually just tripped. To be fair, I think he missed it. He did actually just trip when he leant over to fist bump.
There we go. He shakes the young man's hand.
Frenchman on the podium though.
Who's the team representative from Mercedes?
I think it's the chief mechanic, isn't it? Looking at it, I can't quite tell in this
it looks
angle.
a bit like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because Mercedes have kept the white suits, but the team still wear the black uniforms. So I don't know. That always brings me. And there's Charlene.
Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene presents the trophy to Mitch Evans.
A very little tentative handshake there from the little girl from Mitch Evans.
They're all getting very much up there, aren't they? As they come out onto the podium. Is this going to be like this in Monaco, for the Grand Prix of F1 as well in Monaco with all this? It's like
the tiny little kids.
Yeah, it's like wrap it up.
They're training them for their future role as representatives of the country, I guess.
And now Louis Ducrot, I hope I pronounced that right, presents the trophy to Jean-Luc Verne in
no idea who
place.
Louis Ducrot is. Must be a friend of the family.
Yeah, I think he could be the Prime Minister for all we know, or something like that.
Does Monaco have democracy?
I don't know.
Or are they just a tax exile dictatorship run by the prince?
Possibly. Michel de Bory, though, the president of the AMC, the Auto Club of Monaco.
So he's responsible for all those terrible camera angles.
Yeah, the ACM, the Auto Club Monaco.
At him, he looks a bit exhausted, so it's no wonder.
I would be annoyed as well after that one. Okay, let's hear the Belgium national anthem out there on top of the podium. So we got Belgium, we got France, and we have New Zealand as well. To be fair, we could mute it, let you sing it, Ed. You know it off by heart, don't you? I remember that.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why I know it off by heart, because I used to race in a Trackmania league called Ultimate F1 Racing, and the guy who won all the time was a Belgian guy called Sammy, and I did the highlights for that series, and I got to use the Belgian national anthem many, many times, apart from when Roy won, and we'd use the Australian national anthem, or I won, and we'd use the British national anthem. And sometimes there was another Belgian who I knew by the name of Iron. I don't remember what his real. Oh no, Jens is his real name. Anyway, he doesn't remember. He's probably not watching this.
Well, never say never. Probably not though. No, he's probably watching the TV.
So he was Belgian as well, and I think he won like once. And those were the only three nationalities whose anthems I ever had to dig out, because we were the only ones who ever won. But Van Dorn keeping the Belgian end up. And of course, D'Ambrosio's won before as well in Formula E. So certainly a history of Belgian representation. And now the familiar Mercedes national anthem.
The German national anthem as well. Moto E is next up, 8 laps ahead. Miguel Pons on pole position over there as well. We'll be covering that shortly. It won't be live, obviously, but it will be on the Moto2, Moto3 catch-up shows. And by the way, many people ask where I get my mug from. I got it yesterday. It was another from the same friend who did this lovely banner behind me. He made me a nice mug of the same, and also a fancy little coaster as well. I'm sure Ed just might see that in a second on the stream, delayed, but yeah, a nice little coaster. And
I've not been watching the stream actually.
Oh well, flashback to that bit, and you can have a look. So now,
okay.
Are you ready? Are you steady? Cause it's it's photo time. Forgot about that. Formula E do selfies, don't they? Because they like to be hip and modern, even though selfies went out about 20 years ago. Anyway, moving on. Sometimes I do think Formula E is stuck in 2014 when it launched as well. They think it's all hip and modern. I mean, the influencers were.
Well, that's fan boost is something that feels like from those early 2000s, like X Factor call-in votes and stuff. That feels very, very dated and needs to go for Gen 3. But anyway, let that take nothing away from Stoffel Van Dorn.
Yeah, I didn't need to use it.
A good day for DS Sachita as well, actually, because Vern. Okay, he didn't win the attack mode. The VSC didn't go his full course yellow. Sorry, didn't go his way. But Da Costa from where did he qualify? Was it 13th?
Da Costa qualified 10th on the field and dropped back into 14th at the start.
He dropped back into 14th and climbed all the way back to
5th,
just behind Freins. So yes, 5th then. That is impressive drive, actually, by Da Costa. Not quite as impressive as Buemi going from last to 8th, but helped a little bit by a couple of retirements, maybe. I think Dan Tickton put it at the end of Rome, like when he got a point, it's like, well, I only got a point because everyone else crashed out.
I'm going to switch the camera over, actually. If I click that, you can see me for a second. Hello.
Hey.
There we go. Because we're about to go off air. So, driver of the day, then, Ed. And I'll remind you, we've only got about 2 minutes left on the broadcast. So, driver of the day. Go on. I know you just said to Costa about it.
I'm tempted to go Verline, actually.
Really?
Because I really feel like Pascal qualified second, got past Evans on track, was doing everything right, and then had that mechanical failure. I would wonder if it was a brake issue. Because he locked up into Mirbeau, was raising his hands. So either the car flat out died, and there was a more serious electronic issue, or it was the brakes. But either way, not Pascal's fault at all. So I think... It's rare that I go for a retirement, but I have to go for Pascal because I can't follow his performance.
Fair dues, fair dues. I will go for Sebastian Buemi. 22nd to 8th in what we know is Nissan is a very uncompetitive car. I think.
I'll give an honourable mention to Jake Dennis, who qualified
Dennis too,
16th. Got hit by Dan Tickton, lost the entire front end of the car was total, and he just managed to get finish ahead of Nick De Vries, the reigning champion. Almost got Buemi on the line, despite the car probably fallen apart into several pieces by now, just after crossing the line, because it was being held on by a bit of string and some tape, by the looks of things. But yeah, certainly a really enjoyable race. Not quite the freeway fight for the finish, but you know, as much as I praise Verline, take nothing away from Van Dorn because he was there when it mattered. And now leads the championship. So we move on to
Berlin.
The next race in Berlin. And home ground for Mercedes and Porsche. So they'll be hoping to impress.
Double header next up in Berlin, 2 weeks' time. You can join us for all of the action. Myself and Ed will be on. It'll be a smaller broadcast than usual due to multiple series being on as well. But do join us in Berlin when Formula E returns. My thanks to Edward Hunter and my thanks to Jack Pickering over in Monaco and Formula E Zone as well. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. From us all here, bye for now. Remember, by the way, I haven't actually done the outro thing again, so we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.